friends, welcome. Getting back to our tour of the Pioneer format. That's right, I'm playing 15 of the top decks in the format as I prep for the Pro Tour in Philadelphia, coming up in about a month, actually. A little less than a month, actually. And we're just playing all the decks. We're playing stock deck lists. Of course, I'm testing with Team CFB, so I can't play whatever we're working on stream. But I can play the stock decks and learn the format. That's what we're going to do here. So, playing Blue-White Control. I've also played a lot of Blue-White Control in my day in a whole bunch of different formats. So, a lot of old friends here. Teferi here of Dominaria. Absorb. Love it. And pretty cool here. We see a new-ish Brothers War card here in Lay Down Arms. Really good source Plowshare's impression. Makes you skew the mana base towards plains. Obviously, we see the Irrigated Farmlands here as well as the Prairie streams. But this card's real good. It's a really good rule spell for 1 mana. Life don't matter, obviously, at all. And it's a good way to kill things, get some verdicts, Shark Typhoons, Wandering Emperor, you get the idea. There's your companion, there's your everything else. So, let's play some Control and see how it goes as we learn the format here in Pioneer. First, hit that follow button, YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right to the games, brought to you by
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Want to remind you also, bam! Check this shit out. That's right, the Pile Drivers jersey. This is my Worlds one. I got an extra one for as a memento from Worlds. I'm gonna hang it up on my wall eventually. And you can get your Pile Driver jersey. Super NHL quality. Check this thing out. All right, just take 1 second here. Look at this. Look at this. High quality. Get yours today. Call us apparel.shop. Promo code Jim 10% off your order. Call us apparel.shop. Blue-White Control. Here, I choose you. My companion. I don't know why the companion rule's still a thing, but it is. So we got one. There you are, bud. You can hang out right over my shoulder. And 5 lands, Counterspell Wrath. That's a keep. That's a keep. We're home. MTG player resub. Thanks so much. Make it top 8. Listen, I'll try my best, you know. I'm just going to play some Magic and whatever happens, happens. It's like it was Farmland too, probably. So the Pro Tour is all V1 draft and Pioneer constructed. It is a paper Pro Tour. It is being held at Magic 30 in Philadelphia, October 17th. So look for all of that good stuff. Let's go. Island. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's get in deep here. Just get the grind going. Get the grind going. What's up, JRC? The jersey's a pre-order. They're gonna be putting the order in soonish. But it is custom. It takes a little while to get through for sure. Otawara. Alright, so we're gonna cycle this. Cycle Farmland. October. February. Why Pioneer? It's just the format of the Pro Tour. I don't know. Ask Wizards of the Coast. How am I supposed to know? You think paper gives someone like me an advantage with needing to remember triggers and stuff? What do you mean someone like me? I'm going to say October. Who knows? So play land, say go. We haven't done a land yet, which kind of sucks, actually. So we do want to make a lot of land drops this deck. But see, Impulse, Otawara, Island. Did I say October? February 17th. Sorry. I can't talk sometimes.
You're saying it wrong.
Alright, so they are playing Lotus Fields. Okay. This is going to be interesting, honestly. I'm going to Shark Typhoon for 1 here. Just put a body in play and draw a card. Make sure to make a land drop. I'm regretting cycling that land a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Lay Down Arms, that's a blank. Untap and draw. Thirst for Discovery. I didn't even notice that one on my deck list. That's a pretty good draw, though. Play land, attack for 1. If you missed it on my YouTube, folks, I tried playing the Lotus Field deck on stream before playing Blue-White Control here, and I have never played it before and I have no idea how it works. We won the match, to be fair, with 11 seconds left on the clock because I just had to figure out what I was doing. So we're gonna get someone on board who's a Lotus Field expert to kind of hang out and stream for that, because like I can play any random like normal deck without having played it before, but trying to play a weird combo deck is a little awkward. So they're gonna scrying here. This is turn 4. They can get a what's it called, and then copy the Lotus Field. They have 6 mana. So they get a the copy land, they play it, and they copy field, which is all pretty good. Pretty good. We have, once they start doing that, the make disappear is going to not go dead, but be not great. I'm not thrilled we have to counter with absorb here. We could counter with the disappear, but and sacrifice the shark. That kind of sucks too. We only have so many hard counters in our deck, but I think we're gonna. If I don't counter this, I get to play Emperor and get a pretty serious clock in play, which is good. It's a tough one. Tough call. And this is honestly why you play the Lotus Field deck, because even if you're not going to play it, you want to feel for like what this kind of like spot, like what spot goes in here. So yeah, I mean, if we may disappear and don't sack the shark, they have to pay the 2 and then they can't copy, but like it's still, you know, pretty good. So the opportunity cost here of me not countering this is like countering this is I can't play Emperor. I might not make a land drop next turn. I'm gonna let this happen, I think. I think getting Emperor down is too important. Thirsting for a land drop for 2 counters. They only need 1, I think. It's game 1. They shouldn't have that many ways to push through a counter, I think. But again, I'm still kind of learning. We're still learning. That's the whole point. I don't play a ton of Pioneers, so we're learning. All right, so we're going to untap. And kind of want to draw a land here, honestly. We are going to draw a... It's not a land, all right, sir. Put a counter and attack. And play farmland tapped. And just say go. So if they can beat... I said play... Oh, we're in combat, sorry. And we'll just say go. And we'll see if absorbs enough here. Scrying again. The mana floating, and they get to copy the land again. Ugh. Man, Lotus didn't look like this when I was playing it. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna absorb scrying. At this point, it's very important when you're playing a control deck that you need to like, or just in Magic in general, like you need to figure out what the point of contention is, right? At this point, they have a lot of mana. Whatever. We're not gonna try and fight that axis. We're gonna fight the counter your spell axis. So they got a stage, short, 2 mana left over for a grazer. Man, they have a really good hand here. All right, sure. This is turn 5. All right. It's not over. It's not over, so I can thirst away these crappy wraths and stuff, which is pretty great. And now we get to verdict. I mean, that's sick. The veto. Let's discard verdict. And then we're gonna untap. And so veto absorb. It's pretty good too. We want to. We just like push the grazer out of the way. I think. Spread our counters out against Otawara. They gain 3, but take 5. And now we just have veto, absorb, and make disappear. I think we're pretty good here, honestly. Like, again, they only have 5 cards in their hand. This is like only 5, but there are a lot of their cards. A lot of the cards in a combo like this are cards that like make mana. So you go ritual, spell, and you counter the 1 spell. It's like you counter 4 spells. So they're going to wish for a card. So this probably can't resolve because they have like probably Thought Distortion or something like that in the board, which would beat us. So they currently have 5 mana available. Yeah, we got to counter this. We're going to veto, I think. I doubt there's a creature. I guess they play like a Leer or something. So let's veto this. Set review will be on Friday. Set review will be on Friday for the new set. And they go to pour over pages. Nice. Make disappear.
Get off my plane.
Get the hell out of here. They got 4 cards left. And we got a clock and a counter spell. What more could you ask for? They're 13. This is a 2-turn clock. On the shark. Land. Alright. Applying just enough pressure. They go to 7. I'll buy Kahira. Might as well, right? Just say go. So hopefully 1 counter spell is enough. This is great. Playing this side of the matchup. Man. Playing Lotus Field deck was very unnatural. This feels great. I'm home. In my element. Doing my thing. 10 mana. They're going to tap for... Tap for what? Dark Petition to tutor. They have 2 floating, 3 here, and 3 off of this. I think this is fine. Is there a card they can get that we can't counter but like screws us up? I don't think so. I think this is fine. Just counter with the tutor for. Make them spend more mana on it. I'll get the necklace up for you. Give me 1 second. Hidden Stirrings, sure. Pro Tour is the 17th of February. That will shoot me up now. Alright, so here's a bunch of mana. I got an ultimatum here? Nope. 5 black, 4 blue. To be fair, Leggings, I am pretty good at escape rooms, so. Lear. Alright, well, we gotta counter that. Now if they have... Man, if their last card is ultimatum, they're a goddamn master. Like, I don't know what else to say. Honestly, like... What a sicko. What an absolute sicko. Maybe we'll have our opponent come on the show as a Lotus Field master because they've played this game kind of ridiculously. All right, I guess. So they have 2 cards in their hand. They've already burned their Lear, which is pretty important, I think. I guess they have, like, the regrowths, but... I'm, like, pretty happy that we play this game, too. Omniscience. Pour over pages. Behold the Beyond. I mean, I can't give them Behold, I guess, right? Let's give them Omniscience and Pour. Hope they can't win. Discard your hand, search for 3. I guess they have nothing floating. I mean, they have the Pour, right? So they get to Pour, untap 2, search for a Stirrings, untap again, and then just cast the Ultimatum again. So we got to give them Pour and Omniscience, hope they brick. So all right, yeah, do your thing. They speak the alien language of Lotus Field combo. What did they cast? Yeah, Petition. Oh, they have Recovery. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah, that's the card we were trying not to give them. Wow. They beat fucking 3 counterspells this game? I guess. Man. Alright. How do they win? They get Approach. They Masterminds for Approach. And go get it again. What place did I come in the RC? I don't know. I made day 2 at 6-3. I was 6-1. I lost 2 in a row. And then I went 1 and... I was 1-1 or something on day 2 and I just dropped because I couldn't make any money anymore. Alright, so yeah, that was pretty disgusting. Let's bring in Test Talent, Narset, Dispute, Veto, Reversal. Rest in Peace doesn't do much. Well, honestly, I don't really have enough cards here. We have so many dead cards. Like, these cards are all pretty dead. Just to bring in these. Absence too? Jeez. This is oogly. I guess Rest in Peace has some value, right? It makes my Deluge a little worse, I guess, but I guess it stops the regrowth too. Nezahal, Starnheim, Verdict. I mean, just actual Brick City here, which has so many dead cards. I mean, Verdict's the actual worst. Portable Holes. also pretty bad. Lay down arms, but then we just have like this random farewell. Okay. Don't want the old cats. Don't want Nezahal. Don't want Starnheim. I guess like Starnheim just making like an angel is just better than a freaking Fateful Absence, so Portable Hole can take care of Grazer, I guess. This is pretty gross. Pretty gross. This is fine, I guess. Alright, so on the play. And, of course, we draw the 1-of Portable Hole, because why wouldn't we? I think we're still going to keep, though. We should have Narset Counterspell. Yeah. It's kind of gross. Rain says, am I the only one who pre-pandemic knew when every Pro Tour was in the format, and now I have no idea there's a Pro Tour coming up? I mean, they don't do a very good job of advertising it. Raise your hand in chat. I'm sorry. Reset. Keeper Mulligan, do you feel currently in touch with the professional level support or professional level Magic scene right now? Keeper Mulligan, do you feel in touch with the professional level Magic scene right now? Yeah. It's kind of gross. Yep. No, people have no idea what's going on. Horrible advertising from WotC. I came 5th place in Worlds last month. Anyone know about that? Please? They used to advertise it more. I mean, they used to do a better job of, like, making it feel congruent and like it mattered, you know? Alright, so we're going to untap. I think I got a dispute here. It's pretty bad for us, but Worlds was in October. I mean, December. I mean, November. So one of those months that was at the end of last year. Don't dispute me, please. Dispute. God, man. You just don't know why I talk, you know? Alright, it's pretty bad. So go. Didn't even know Worlds happened. Yep. I was there. 5th place. Missed top 4 on Breakers. Here's Sylvan Scrying. Alright. Alright. I mean, like, we're not in great shape. That's a pretty good start for them, but sure. Who won Worlds? Shouldn't have to ask that question. You know? You shouldn't have to ask that question. They had a stage, too. Man, they always get in stages. Alright. I would play Dredge. Cool, Colin. I think Dredge is very good in Modern right now. Alright, so we're going to end step Deluge. And we got Veto and Rest in Peace. I'm pretty cool with both those. We don't really land, I don't think, so. Obviously, Rest in Peace is awkward with the 1 Deluge. We've drawn pretty badly here, drawing the 1 Portable Hole in our deck, and then we drew the 1 Deluge with the 1 Rest in Peace, but whatever. Rest in Peace still makes their recoveries worse and their Leers worse and stuff, so I think we're playing Rest in Peace here. I'm just saying go. No clock this game, which is the concern. Last game we did a pretty good job establishing a clock, and, you know. See, Shane, that's the problem, Shane, is that Shane says thought the Pro Tour and Worlds were dead, and they were just doing Mythic Invitational with streamers. Now that was the case for a while, but it is no longer the case, but they have not really let everyone know about it, so. I would play the exact same list I played in the video, yes, cool, Colin. We draw a Teferi, that's actually a really good draw. So let's jam Teferi here, dispute to defend it, untap Veto. That was like the best possible draw, honestly. No problem, Colin, good luck. Tear asunder the Rest in Peace. Sure. It's gone. Forever. But not forgotten. Draw a card. Man, I like playing Teferi, I'm not going to lie. Alright, so. That's not my list either, but that's Sodic's list. It's very good, though. Alright, so untap 2. Click the damn island, thank you. Sylvan Scrying. Again, I think this is fine. They already have a lot of mana anyway. I think this is fine. Being able to grind to make Pro Tours and stuff was a made Magic cool. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Aspirational professional Magic play was the pinnacle of Magic for 25 years. It's why I'm at where I'm at right now. I would not have played Magic seriously if not for the PTQ system and playing in Pro Tours and stuff. Untap, draw. Deck list is on the overlay. They can double spell all they want. We have 5 counter spells in our hand, so 4, but draw land, sick. If we buy Kahira, we untap 2 lands, and we have Absorb, Veto, Dispute. Is that enough? They have 4 cards in their hand. Getting a clock in play is kind of cool. It's funny because like the Teferi Ultimate isn't really good here, so I can't hit their key lands, which is kind of funny. Yeah, full coverage for Philly. It's funny because the coverage for Worlds was very good, but of course not everyone saw it. I'm gonna buy this, and then we're gonna untap 2. Untap 2. You go. Why hasn't the arena deck list not been updated since November of last year? What are you talking about? Dark Petition, floating black. I am going to counter this. If they brought in the discard your hand spell, we lose to that, and I think we can just afford to trade off resources here. So let's absorb here, I think. Use our more expensive counter spell. Blue Stirrings to untap. That's fine. They can pay for the dispute, so we can just let this happen. Deadpool says competitive Magic is my favorite part of the hobby. I don't care about the new sets. I just care if it means that I'm getting more coverage or a new tournament. I haven't missed one since Lycoria. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I feel you. All right. I mean, I would be surprised if they can go off through Veto and Dispute here with only 3 cards in hand. 3 cards and 9 mana, but I mean, they played well in game 1, so maybe they can. Who knows? Watched any good movies recently? I watched the movie Nope on my flight home from LA. I was in LA for a Twitch conference. It was a movie I actually really wanted to see in theaters, but just like never got around to it, and I didn't love it. It was very medium. Very medium. Masterminds. We're gonna counter this again. I think that post board they could have things that like stop my counter spells and stuff. So we're gonna veto this. I'm gonna veto so I can still dispute up if they have like an untap effect here. So if they have pour over pages, we can counter that too. I saw Knives Out in theater with Nicole, I think, and I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I haven't seen the newer one. So they're gonna regrowth back the Petition, sure, but they're out of mana now. So great. So they have no cards left. They have 1 card left. It's Petition, and that's it. Have I seen the menu? No. Nope was not about playing counter spells. No, unfortunately, it wasn't just 2.5 hours of people countering spells. Draw cards, Teferi. What's up, Heck Pup? What happened to Lotus? Oh, I decided that I'm not going to play that deck without someone to walk me through it because, frankly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And it's just bad content to have me like learn a deck the hard way on stream. So that's what we're going to do. We've got Dispute, Absorb, Kahira. I'm going to cycle Farmland, I think. So we're going to play this. Get our clock on, play a Plains, say go. So they got to beat Absorb and Dispute. Decklist is on CoolStuffInc.com. One of my more recent articles. There's Thought Distortion. What the hell? They just naturally drew Thought Distortion? Are you kidding me? Alright, I guess. So I have to discard my entire non-creature, non-land cards from my hand. Sure. It's honestly not that bad because they already kind of like blew all their big cards, but... Alright. Big cycle here. Dark Petition. Cycle Farmland. Damn it. Alright. Alright. So, let's draw a counterspell, I guess. Draw. That's a counterspell.
Bingo!
Draw off Teferi. That's a Wandering Emperor. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm in. Maybe I just cast Emperor and a counter. No, I don't make 2/2. It's better clock, so. Alright. Alright, here we go. Is the card they tutored for Leer? That would be bad. That would be very bad. No, it's funny. Teferi ult is actually not a win condition here because they have the hexproof lance. Poor. You know what I say? You know what I say?
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Now what do you got? What else? Is there more? Is there more? That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Elspeth. Or Emperor, whatever. Whatever. Come on, white planeswalker that makes tokens. Untap. Draw Teferi. Counterspell. Field of Ruin. Not quite. Draw. Farmland. Draw. I mean, it is a counterspell technically, I guess. I'm gonna make we go 6, 7. That's not lethal. Make a token, I guess. All right. Well, now I guess if they got it, they got it. All right. All right. Untap 2. We're not specific enough. No, this is, I guess, technically a counterspell by the letter of the law. Oh God, here's Leer. So I think they tutored for Leer and just drew poor, but Veto can't counter Leer anyway. So I mean, we got nothing left. I guess we're done here. They have Restoration. Yeah, we're just dead, right? Is the Soarings in there too? Make them figure it out, but. Censor over Disruption. I mean, I just copied a list to do like 5 out of challenge or whatever. I agree. I think I like Censor better, but yeah, we're just dead. All right. Opponents seem very good. They seemed very, very competent with their deck. So this stinks. This deck did seem very underprepared for a matchup like that. We had so many dead cards, unfortunately, but them's the breaks. Keep this. Alright, so Farmland ahoy. Archon of Maria, Dampening Spear, sure. Just like some random hate piece. It works. Island go. Verdict. Okay. Get the impression that Verdict's not going to be good here. Just gonna get that impression. We'll see. Unless they're playing Mono Blue Spirits. Just nothing. No second land. Discard Impulse. Are they also playing Lotus Field? What is going on? Just literally all Lotus Field all day today. Alright, so they go. Besajo. Yep, okay. Sylvan Scrying. So we'll pretty easily disrupt this. We say, not for you. Lavinia. That one's cool. There's plenty of ways you can beat the combo deck, you know. Just like this deck doesn't really have any of those in the old list. Hallowed Fountain. We're gonna cycle for 2 if possible. Sylvan Scrying again. All right, this time you got me. There's your Lotus Field. All right, so we'll cycle this. If I'm playing against Lotus, it'll be a miserable experience. Yeah, I mean, it's most combo decks. It's pretty similar. You know, the non-deterministic combo decks that like kind of have to keep doing their thing. You're not sure if you lost or not. You know, for sure. Lay down arms, Supreme Verdict, triple Teferi. Not a very good hand, to be totally fair, but sure. Play Teferi. Draw another lay down.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
All right, so our hand is basically 5 blanks. That's cool, I guess. All right, friend. What do you got? Thanks, Follow Mage. If you haven't followed the stream, hit that follow button. Of course, watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's all Lotus Field today. I said it's all Lotus Field today. There we go. It's stage 2. Man, good draws, too. All right. Yeah, copy the thing. That's how it works. I get it. All right. Draftsman Takes the Wheel will happen at some point this week. I have my set review on Friday too, so I mean this is our literal only counterspell. That's great. All right. Yeah, we're gonna buy Kahira. We're gonna shock this thing because damage doesn't matter. So attack for 2. And yeah, I mean, just gonna untap 2 lands here and hope they don't kill me. Watch Lotus Field at the top deck at the PT. I mean, like, it feels like the kind of deck where, like, if you're not prepared for it, it's good, but if you are, it's pretty bad. So, pour over pages with 2 mana floating. Sure, you got me. We might just die here. Why not just cast the Kahira? We could have, honestly. You know, if we're trying to, like, feign strength and buy more time to increase our hand, like, this increases the clock a little bit, but if I tap down to 2, they might just try and go off and kill me. Whereas, like, with 5 mana up and 7 cards in, they might chill. So, like, give us more time to draw more counter spells, but might have right just to play it. They don't know our hand is as bad. Yeah, I'm testing with Team CFB and my Worlds team. So Ely, Siggy, and Jacob again, as well as like Reed and all them. Very, very fortunate to be working with such a good team. When do I leave? 2 weeks. We have a testing house, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Untap, sure. This is turn 6, I guess. This is like not actually that fast. Bruno, thanks to Ray. Appreciate that. 7 blue. Does Ely dumpster you in testing? Yeah, Ely wins a lot. Ely's really good. We're just dead here. Like, Mastermind. I mean, we literally have a 4 spike, so I guess we're just dead. All right. Yeah, I mean, obviously drawing late on arms, Supreme Verdict, and then my other 2 Teferis doesn't really help too much, unfortunately. But them's the breaks. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so we're bringing the same cards as last time. We'll try and cut all these terrible cards that are all blank. We can't cut all of them, unfortunately, but S-Talents, Narset, Dispute, Veto, Reversal, bring in the Starnheim, Rest in Pieces. Yeah, that's really it, unfortunately. Not exactly the best sideboard for Lotus Field. On the play. High test for the draft with the new set dropping. I think we'll have product by then. I think. I know Ely was getting some boxes, I think, so. It's also online that weekend, too, I think, so we can keep this. It's not great, but. Let's play the farmland first. Kind of a hard matchup, honestly, because, like, we just don't apply enough pressure, so they just have infinite time to, like, set their hand up. You're responsible for your own cards. Usually you proxy stuff and figure it out later, you know, so. Drop Prairie stream. It's pretty awkward. I kind of want to play as a land, but we just don't have, like, An answer to scrying here. This just feels bad, honestly. It's like a bad matchup. It's not up of a clock. The bullet control decks have never really impressed me in Pioneer. They're just like not, kind of like in Modern too, but just like not really powerful enough to keep up. Like when things line up well, they're good, but like when things start to go wrong, they fall apart pretty quickly, it feels like. They're going to foretell a card. Okay, sure. You can do that, I guess. Draw another Veto. Alright, so let's play this as a land just to go. Hopefully draw a land that can cast the Emperor. This copies the spell, returns to their hand, may choose new targets for the copy. So we could like copy their Pour, I guess, untap our own lands. Sylvan Scrying. Playing around a Force Spike effect. I'm going to counter this. Right now, our limiting factor is mana, so it's the ability to just get a card out of our hand first is pretty good, so. Reservoir Thought Distortion, that's fun. Draw Field of Ruin. Alright, cool. So at least we have enough mana for Emperor now, so we can actually cast it on their end step, make a threat. Veto, Absorb, and Reversal, although our mana cannot cast all of that. Scrying again. We gotta veto this. I'm gonna field them and then veto it, I think. It does give them a mana in theory, but making my mana actually work for blue, 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 white, and making my Streamline Con tap is pretty important, so. Alright, so let's get an island. Let's counter us again. They don't have an island! Where are they? Play Beseiju and play Behold the Multiverse. Sure, whatever. They ain't got no basics. But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no lands. Alright, untap. And, alright, Shark Typhoon. Alright, so we have 2-ish counters and 2 flash threats. Not bad. Not bad. It's likely the island is in their hand. They're going to cast an Impulse. That's fine. And they're going to play another Impulse. You got it, friend. You Impulse all you want. This Lotus Field player, clearly worse than the last Lotus Field player who just had it, you know? Didn't need to cast all these Impulses and try and put it together. Alright, so is it Emperor or Shark? I think drawing the card is more important. Keep our lands flowing here, so we'll Shark first. There's a land, and Teferi? Okay. And we just say, yeah, blue, 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 blue here. Just gonna shock in the land. The defense, the life is irrelevant, and like it just has more potential blue up. We don't need it all, but they don't know about it, obviously. So Shark, 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 Shark. Here's Thespian stage, but no Lotus Fields in sight. Oh, what is this? Hardcast Vizier of Tumbling Sands. Sure. Alright. End step, Emperor. Make token. Untap. Draw. Teferi. Hello. Let's put a counter here. Let's get our beats on. They have 5 cards in hand, but they have no Lotus Field, obviously. Though they play Lotus Field, they can untap it. Just kind of sketch. Take it. Alright. Teferi. Draw. Field of Ruin. Alright. I guess, like, yeah, we want to draw there. Could have, like, tucked the Vizier, which is, like, a little interesting. I only have one counter up anyway. Because this means if they draw Lotus Field, they can use it immediately. So, like, but then I only have Reversal up and not Absorb. So it's like, a little, I don't know. It's close. I think we'll definitely talk next turn. Opponent's playing Lotus Field. Just haven't found one yet. They're going to Vizier, cycle to untap a land. That's great. So, spend 1 mana, draw a card. When's the next Pro Tour? February 17th. I don't know why I have to advertise for it when Wizards doesn't, but here we are. End step. Nothing. Untap. And now I think we're in pretty good shape. We also have the field for a stage. All right, cool. Game 3. Let's actually leave in Late on Arms over Portable Hole because I can hit the Vizier. Oh, I didn't leave in Portable Hole. Oh, this freaking Farewell too. Just bring in Late on Arms. Honestly, March is bad too. Like, let's have a few Late on Arms for that, I guess. Test Talents. Fateful Absence too. Cards is terrible. These cards are terrible too, though. So, whatever. Just whatever terrible cards to be in our deck. There's the first Pro Tour since a lot of time, right? First Paper Pro Tour, yes. First Paper Pro Tour in a long time. All right, hand's fine. Soft counter, card draw, a couple sharks. All right, so we're going to stream tapped. So our mana's fine here.
Make a little noise here, huh? Come on, I can't hear you!
I like Paper coming back, yeah. I enjoy playing in Paper. Just going to say go here. I mean, we think they had an island in their hand last game. It's possible they don't have one, though, so... Impulse, sure. They have the field. They have the field. They have the field. And we're going to untap. Hand is... not great, honestly. We can play field, have an answer to their stage if they try and stage it, which is kind of cool. We can start making sharks, too. There's stage. But now you just sit on our field. Alright, sure. So I guess we're not going to do anything here. We're just untap. So begins the game of chicken. It's the old thespian standoff. Who blinks first?
Pop quiz, hot shot.
I mean, pass go for the rest of the game is definitely favoring us, so I'm all about that. Make it disappear. Sure. Yeah, sure. Can foretell multiverse here. I kind of like that. Yeah, we're definitely, they did make a land drop last turn. And they gotta do something. They're going to cycle Vizier with 1 floating. I mean, yeah, I think we just do it now. Like, they could play another stage, obviously. They get to untap their field, too. I mean, they could, like, resolve. So if I go to kill the stage, they float a mana, and they can resolve Pour. They can't really go off only 1 Lotus field, though. So, and if they play a second Lotus field, it costs 2 to activate, and the land drops. So I think we should do it now. Let's go for it. They can kill me somehow. They can kill me. Whatever. Float a colorless. All right, here we go. All right, shields are down. Sit back in my wonderful, beautiful Coalesce Pile Driver's jersey and let it ride. Awesome, Darth. So they play Sylvan Scrying. Play Stage. And copy. Alright. So they got to do their thing, but they have Stirrings too. Oh my god. Alright, sure. Alright. It might have not been right to kill that, honestly. I mean, they've kind of like got it all here, it looks like so far, but it's not like we even had like a good counterspell either. So like, make it superior like wasn't doing much here anyway. So like, they went for it, you know. And they're going to Omniscience, Leer, or Peer into the Abyss. That's fun. Sure, go nuts. So the game's over. Was foretelling risky? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that was unnecessary. Maybe it's like, I didn't think they would like break the stare down. So I felt like foretelling was good like in the stare down meta or whatever, you know. But it might have not been necessary. Alright, so they just infinite mana. So alright, they got us. Feels like a pretty bad matchup, honestly. And the sideboard is horribly underprepared for it. Alright, Kahira, I choose you. Gigantha? Sure. Hand's fine. Keep. Hail Hydra. Alright, so they're the boat deck. This should be really good for us, I would think. Pro Tour's Pioneer and Draft. So many freaking exile zones to keep track of. Just gonna say go. Wow, so their hand is bad. Alright. We play lands, say go. We have counterspell, tap land, counterspell, which is pretty good. I want to be playing all 15 of the top 15 decks in the format, which are all here. Gonna play 1 league with each as I prep for the Pro Tour. I can't play the decks that I'm practicing with the team with, because obviously that's a team thing, but I'm playing all the stock deck lists. Play Mutavault. Favorite deck so far to a stock list? I mean, Rakdos is super solid for sure. We Jwari here. I don't really like Devotion. The deck's obviously really good, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't really vibe with me that well. I like this deck too, the Gruul deck. Kind of a fan, honestly. It's got some powerful cards in it. I've not played Humans yet. Nope. Yeah, I mean, just like mid-range deck playing against counterspell deck always goes in the counterspell deck's favor usually. So from 2 very bad matchups here to a pretty good matchup, we'll take that. Untap and draw. Ooh, Farewell. Farewell's gas against them. All right, play land, say go. If Jim is practicing Lotus Field with his testing team, he's the best actor in the world. I don't know what I'm doing. What are you talking about?
Waka waka.
Fable again. The loot on Fable allows them to discard like extraneous bad removal spells, which is kind of cool. I could just farewell it though, honestly. This is fun. I'm gonna hold the absorb. How's laydown going? Our first rounds were against Lotus Field, so awful. But this is just a list that 5-0 in a league, so I'm just playing stock deck list today. I mean, so they're gonna not attack into my Emperor. I don't want to get my Emperor stomped though. I might just plus the Emperor actually. Getting Emperor stomped here is pretty bad, so plus it up. Let's see what we draw. Saw it coming. Sure did. All right, so we're going to I want to have farewell for next turn. So I'll make it 2-2. They just like stomp the 2-2, I guess, also. So I guess like Emperor just kind of dies here no matter what. I should just not cast the Emperor, actually. Because now if I make it 2-2, they just like attack, I block, and they stomp anyway. Or I stomp the 2-2 and kill this anyway. So I think actually just like not playing Emperor was correct. However like bizarre that sounds. And we're like building up to a farewell. Yeah, whatever. I got screwed up. It's alright. Farewell will obviously be pretty good. They have 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I don't like that choice at all. I think that was bad. Not thinking about like how the next few turns are going to play out. And it's just like, obviously they have Stomp. I played around Stomp for like their end step. I didn't play around Stomp for the rest of the game, which is a big mistake. A very common mistake people make too. So, what's up, Gan? Playing some Pioneer. Discarding a single Stomping Ground. Just counter to Stomp. I mean, they still, like, have the Mutavaults and stuff also. I think it's just, like, fine. I got to counter for Stomp, I guess. I don't know, like, I want to counter higher value things, but they have Mutavaults and stuff, so whatever. We screwed up. We lost the Emperor. How's later arms perform? We put it at Lotus Field twice. It's not doing well, obviously. So we just like let this resolve and cast Farewell, I guess. They do have the Mutavaults in play and 2 cards in hand still. If I counter this, like, I don't want to leave the Goblin attacking over and over again. Yeah, maybe just is fine. 17, Bone Crusher, 2 cards. Worst case is like they untap and play another Chariot, I guess. I'm like not happy that I played this game, honestly. Alright, so I get rid of everything. Leaves them with 2 Mutavaults, 2 red lands, and a layer of the Hydra. Which is pretty good. But if they have like a big follow-up here, it's like pretty bad. Like a Chariot. I guess it's mostly just a second Chariot. Scavenging Ooze. That's the best you can muster, is a 2/2 Scavenging Ooze. You got it, friend. Alright, so Otawara. Fortunately, our hand is still not very good, but Sigio. You missed Lotus Field? We're not playing Lotus Field today. I played one match with it. I have no idea how to play the deck. I'm going to get someone who knows how to play the deck to hang out with me on stream, and we'll play it together. Because me, like, fumbling to figure out the deck live on stream is not very exciting. Man. They're really coming in here. I think we're going to Otawara the start of a spell. We Otawara the Bone Crusher Giant. We can just counter the Stomp if they play it again. So no respect for Settle. Yeah, Settle's not played too commonly. So take 6 here. All right. Play a Mystic, sure. All right. I mean, definitely need to draw something. That cycle. Shark Typhoon. Probably not Dovin's Veto. All right. This is getting embarrassing. Sure. Should have died a couple Mutavaults here. Yeah, this is pretty embarrassing. We go to 4. We can veto a Stomp, but let's just play the by Gigantha, sure. Opponent's playing well, like they're playing reasonably around everything. I think I played this game pretty badly. Obviously drawing some useful spells would have helped too, but like I think I played that game very, very badly. Alright. Let's bring in we're gonna bring in Verdict, Starnheim, Elspeth. I'd like to cut Port of a Hole isn't very good, honestly. March, Shark Typhoon. Veto's actually like good against their important spells. Really not a big fan of Saw It Coming. Holes basically only hit Llanowar Elves. Are we interested in the old cat gang here? Kihira cares about dinosaurs. You can as a whole as Kihira. This seems fine. It's funny how you're like 14 laydown arms you're playing against Lotus Field and didn't draw a single one there, but sure. What's the Regal thing for? I would guess like mono red aggro, but I'm not sure. It's listed from a 5-0, so. Alright. Hand's fine. Keep. Oh, can I block a hero that game? I just forgot about it. Oh my god.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
It's good. It's good. Playing on the old Pro Tour. Alright, so we are going to play the Fountain, say go. It's definitely a chance you just play this as a land. Alright, so we'll lay it on the elf. I don't have any good 2s, honestly, so Zorb. Yeah, we're just gonna lay this down and play this as a land. Say go. Having tricks you can use in paper manage to help you remember your triggers or other things. It's all about just like placement. Just like figuring out like where you want things to go. You know, where you want your exile zone to be, your companion zone and everything like that. So you always have a good like feel for like where everything should be. Alright, so they play Love Struck Beast, or whatever, Heart's Desire. I'm just gonna play Islands, so yeah, I'll play Plains as I go. So you absorb an Emperor and Teferi, which is pretty good. In for 1. And cast the Lovestruck Beast from exile. Yeah, I don't love it, but we have our next 2 turns kind of accounted for, so. Another Emperor, sure. So, worst case scenario, they go land Chariot, but we can battle Chariot like decently. This feels like Chariot because they want to attack and see if I'll tap out or not. Nope. Hail Hydra and buy Gigantha. Ooh. A nice freebie turn here is nice. Play Emperor, make a 2/2. No Fear of Stomp. Untap, resolve Teferi. Plus Teferi. Draw Absorbs. You can't, no counter this turn, but put a counter here so they can't stomp it. Get the old attack ski in. Untap 2. Foretell and end step. You can do that. You can do that. Good catch. You're right. I should have done that. I forgot that you can foretell at any point during your turn. They play Cloithus, which is totally fine. So you can foretell in your own end step, which is somewhat counterintuitive, but you can do that. That's a good play because I'm not gonna use the mana anyway, so should have done that. Untap and draw islands. Draw off to Teferi. This is how we were hoping game 1 would go, you know, just kind of doing our thing here, but we are going to make another. We're attack for 2 and make another creature, I think. Make it 2/2. And then we're going to have, you know, foretell. Untap 2. It's not scared of Cloithus really at all. It's like a really, really slow Sulfuric Vortex. I'm at 21 life, so it's totally fine. Just untapping with Teferi is like pretty much where you want to be, you know? Cloithus, sure. Mutavault, also sure. They're going to play a Sky Sovereign, which can deal damage to Planeswalkers. We're going to absorb and then Field of Ruin here, so we have Saw coming up, which is still cheap. So awkward. It's like foretell card. We're going to field the Mutavault. Get a Plains. Untap. Draw to Teferi. Stomp fizzles. The adventure does not go off. Farewell's pretty irrelevant here. Just buy Kahira. I misclicked. God damn it. I meant to add a counter. But I'll just make a token, I guess. It's fine too. Might even be better. It adds more power to the board, so. Either way, I think we're comically ahead here, so. Could even cast Kahira, honestly, too. It's only 2 mana for this thing, so, like. Yeah, whatever, sure. Probably should have done that, too. Doesn't really matter that much. This game is already pretty much in hand. Could also, like, just minus our Emperor next turn and play a new Emperor, too. It's just, like, we can do whatever we want here, honestly. Teferi's going up to 7. They have nothing in play. Here comes Reckless Stormseeker, sure. And Stormseeker again, also sure. So 2 3/3s if they want it. Our blocks are great. Both attacking the Wandering Emperor. Could just play a new one here and just eat one of these. I like leaving my creatures in play, honestly, a little bit, but... Yeah, we'll just play a new one and plus. Just like play this, keep the new one. Plus on the... Make it a 4/4 or... Yeah, we'll plus... Here. And we just block. Trading one Samurai for a Seeker's fine. Let's do this. Untap, do it again. Very high life, very high loyalty, yada yada yada. They have 2 cards in hand. The game's like not even remotely close. Untap and draw. Fire up the old Teferi. We have always laid on arms. There's nothing to do with them, you know. Put a counter here. Yeah, sure. Opponent sees the writing on the wall. All right, so game 3. And I don't think much changed. We could want the Veto over a Sod coming. Their most important cards are non-creature. And we're on the draw, of course, so need to be, cancel is not the most exciting card on the draw. Seems fine. They have 4 chariots, some number of boats, the adventure parts of the adventure cards. I kind of like this. I think I saw it coming. Want the cheaper card. Do it hole in the draw to snipe an elf? I don't think so. It's so narrow otherwise. And, like, we can just wrath the board if they have elves and stuff, or play this thing or whatever, So, hand's pretty good. Keep. Snipe throw an elf, counter a turn 2 thing. The old 7th edition elf. Probably should actually use Hallowed Fountain there, so I wouldn't have to play it untapped on turn 2 and make this so obvious, but it's alright. Ooh, new one. I like this card in this deck a lot, actually. This is the Loyal Bodyguard. It's a 3/3 for 2, which is just like good by itself. And then you can sacrifice it to make your legendary creatures get +1/+7 indestructible, so it protects your siege chariots and your boats. Which is pretty sweet, honestly. It's a cool card. It also just beats turns. It's a 3/3 on turn 2. It's quite good. Yeah, Watch Wolf with lots of upside. And now they can kind of chill, like not play a spell, really. Because they got their beats on right now. Mutavault. Play a spell or nah? Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, we're countering almost anything here, so. And a Lanarolf. Sure. So, Verdict's cool. Drawing lands is cool. It's not a land. We need to draw some lands, so I'm not going to lie. If we don't draw lands, we're going to lose, but... How close to having a good Bard class deck? I mean, the problem is that, like, I don't know if there can be a good Bard class deck, because the deck often doesn't function without Bard class in play. And, like, you only draw it so many games, and it's also just, like, a Thoughtseize format, too, so... So they're trying to get us to field here? I will oblige. I will oblige you, my friend. Will you please draw some lands? We drew our 2 6 drops, 2 of our 5 drops. Please just draw a land. Take 4. And Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to draw land, we're dead. We did not draw.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
All right, yeah, I guess. It's pretty annoying. It's just 2 swings and we're dead. Yeah, decent poker hand, but the problem is, like, now we just don't have any outs anymore, because even if we draw a land, we just die, and if we draw a spell, we die, so we're just actually just dead on board. Unfortunately, this is like what happens in blue-white control, like in both Modern and Pioneer, where it's just sort of like, you know, all right, yeah, I guess. Like, you just don't draw to make some lands and spells or whatever, and you don't really have a nut draw to make up for it, you know? Untap, and yeah, we drew a land. Let's tap 4 Casting Verdict, and concede. So that's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like a pretty good matchup, but all right, round 4. Kahira, I choose you. That's a pretty stinky hand. All right, we're gonna mulligan. We just can't really keep this one. Sure. All right, so what are we gonna bottom here? We're on the play on 6. Definitely want to keep the card draw spell. It just comes down to, like, do I want to bottom a land? I'm going to bottom a land. Be a little greedy here. I think it's fine. We gave up on Lotus Field Reach. I decided that after one match of... It took me the entire clock to figure out how to win. I've never played it before. I should just get someone who plays the deck and have them hang out with me on stream. Because, like, just me watching me fumble around because I have no idea what I'm doing. It's not very fun, so... No. No. The old mulligan into Thoughtseize. Alright, well. They're going to take the Verdict. And they're very interesting, actually. Taking the Verdict, not the card draw spell. Alright, well, we're going to reveal our draw for the turn. Sort of Sparky equivalent. You can solo the deck if you want to, sure. Like, you just play it, like, against nobody, basically. But not doing that on stream either, so looking for good stream content, you know? So Swamp. I mean, like, thinking we're 03. They can literally be playing anything, so. All right. Mismatched Swamps, Liliana the Veil, sure. There's a new tour brand? Prairie. I mean, Deluge is great, so. Swamp number 4. Shelly. Well, we have 4 planes, right? Yes, we do. Teferi and I think Spell. Yeah. All right, so we're going to untap. I mean, I kind of want to play Teferi. It's pretty unlikely they can kill my Teferi profitably, right? Let's do it. Just play and tuck. And, like, if they have, like, Invoke Despair or someone to kill this, like, whatever, you know? New Shelly. That's Shelly. Untap. And this game is not over, but I should have killed it first. Whatever, I screwed up. Pretty close to over, I think. We play Lay Down Arms. We play Farmland. I should play the field, too. I'm playing bad today. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I have March for this, but, like, I drew the field, too, so. Untap 2. Obviously, they commit to the Hive attack. Marching it is pretty awesome, but, like, because I already have field, I think, yeah. So we'll let them, we're not going to let them attack because we have the Deluge, so let's march this. So, like, making them commit to it's pretty good because it does make them, tap all their mana. And it's a good exchange. And I can play Emperor now, too. It's about worth it, actually. Field shuffle Shelly. I don't even care about that, honestly. Like, Shelly's not winning the game for them here, so. Play Emperor and just, like, run out the game. The games you're winning, definitely, you just kind of win. Like, and the game starts to spiral wildly out of control. Untap and draw Make Disappear. They fail to find, too. Oh, they want to keep Shelly on top. Wow, that's gas. We got an actual Storm Rain out of a deal, too. Woo! Oh boy. Buy this. You just play it too, right? Because we don't have 2 lands anyway, so. Play this. Attack for 3. They're literally never winning. Oh, he didn't field them. Sorry. Sorry. All right, it's been a long everything. Here's Shelly. We'll just counter it, I guess. Could like save a counter spell for like, I don't know, Invoke Despair or something like that, but the game's just over, so that's fun. So mono black something. Narset. Definitely want cards that have high value. I would say the more finicky cards like Make Disappear should probably go. Eball the card draw. Late on, I think the portable holes can go too, honestly. And maybe bring... Honestly, the Caracals don't seem that bad here. Nezahal seems kind of bad. Reversal, Rest in Peace, Verdict. Veto, Dispute. Veto seems fine. Let's do this. It's pretty good for us. We just like need to resolve the Teferi or a card draw spell. Ouchie wowie! Not the old mulligan again. One of mulligans too. Alright. Ant's fine, keep. Let's ship the Farewell. It's very expensive, so. And he played any blue-black control in Pioneer? No, I lost to a pretty cool blue-black deck at the regional championship. Playing my Is It Drake deck. But I think that the Dark Slick Shores will help a lot because the mana in that deck was pretty terrible. But yeah, I know Gabe's been playing that deck for like a long time. Sign in Blood. Here we are. Here we are on the 0-3 bracket. Alright, sure. Black, black. Sign in Blood again. If at first you don't succeed, sign again. Here comes the Thoughtseize. Alright, annoying, but sure. Both Typhoon and Deluge pretty high value here. The castle's also very good. So their lands are very good here. Take the Absorb. Interesting. Farmland. I'm going to play a land, say go. My Shark for one. Sup, Wiltron? What do you got for me, my friend? Liliana of the Veil. Sure. So we can like make a Shark here and attack the Liliana, which is kind of cool. So they mulliganed also, so they're down on cards. I guess they sign and blooded twice. But alright, so let's see here. Draw off Typhoon. What are we gonna discard? We got another land here too. I need to discard a discard the farmland, I guess. It makes it hard to kill. I'll discard an island. Because if they play a Shelly, I'm going to be able to kill it and have 4 planes, so. Thirst for Discovery. Could play Farmland and then Thirst. I actually like that better than playing Deluge, so. Alright, so each player discards. I'm going to respond by casting the Thirst. Discard a basic. And then we'll discard, I think, one of the laydown arms to the Liliana, because it's not even that good at the moment. It's pretty good, but like, can't hit the creature land anyway. They discard a Murderous Rider. So there's like mono black something. Go blank. Alright. Let's keep the, I guess the Deluge and the land, probably. 3 cards left for them. I mean, this is probably about as good as it gets for them, right? As far as their draw goes. Just double draw 2. Liliana resolves. Go blank me. And I'm still feeling reasonable. Each player discards. Yeah-huh. Yup. Huh. So they discarded another Murderous Rider, and they're just saying go. We're going to Deluge. Emperor, March, Veto, Land. Definitely Emperor. And then I think we can't kill Liliana yet, unless you actually want to March it. Which I don't really like doing. If you take the March, we draw a land, we can go March and Veto, which is pretty good. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. I'm sorry, we can't Veto. Sorry, I'm not taking Veto either. I don't take Veto, so it comes down to like, do you want to March Liliana or not? I guess we'll have the option. Let's do this. So untap and draw. Ooh, that's pretty good. They've already discarded 2 Murderous Riders, so what are the odds they have a third? Like really high, probably. Attack for 1. All right, let's just play Teferi. They got it. They got it. Still 2 for 1. I guess kind of a 2 for 1 because they do. I'm drawing Narset. All right, they seem to be F6, which is kind of cool. They got a castle. Castle, sure. Oh, Marches and Planeswalkers. I've made that mistake like 100 times. It's so funny. You just expect it to hit Planeswalkers because like Prismatic Ending. It does not have Planeswalkers. You're correct. It does hit high with the Eye Tyrant though. Misery's Shadow. Sure. Hits that one too. And go blank again? God, what a jerk. Alright. And they have the Liliana Plus also, so what we keep. Actually, I'm sorry. I punted. I screwed up. I clicked too fast. I should have marched this off the Emperor, so we're losing all of our cards anyway. That sucks. Alright, yeah, whatever. Just talking a little too fast. They discard Invoke Despair. The card in their hand is better than Invoke Despair. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, untap. Draw Otawara. That's not the worst. Let's draw Farmland. That's actually pretty good. Let's play this. Let's attack Lily for 1. And then when they discard, I'll respond by Otawara. Could be Invoke Despair number 2. It's definitely true. They got it. They got it. What am I going to do? Does seem like it is the best possible card. Untap 2. Alright, each player discards. I'll be bouncing the Shadow. Yeah, the Shadow. Bounce that. I think Vanishing Verse is pretty good. I think Void Rent's pretty bad. Adding Esper, the mana is just not like much worse. You have to try to play Esper, so the cost is definitely there. All right, I mean they are at 10, so our Hive. All right, it was Invoke Despair, so that makes sense. So we just draw a land and fire up the old Hall here. The fact that we're even in this game is ridiculous. They've resolved 2 Sign and Bloods, 2 Go Blanks, an Invoke Despair, and had Lily in play for like 100 turns. And we're still like possibly even favored at this point. Do I attack them? Or do I attack Lily? I should attack them, right? Put them down to the old 2-ball or 3-ball. Way back then, Zach Allen was talking about 80 card Esper being better than blue-white. Why? Sub-Zero. And they're going to Sign in Blood again, going to 1 life point, and then plus Liliana, sure. So they can chump block my Hall with Misery Shadow. They have no cards in hand. Cool. So it does come down to, like, if they can chump block 2 more turns, which I guess they can with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant also, but what else am I going to do? I have nothing else going on, so... Fire up the Hall. Hall's great. Oops. Attack you. A gut shot, please. Alright. Obviously, if they Liliana ultimate me, the thing is that they're just at 1, so their castles are worthless. They're a long way from the Hive being good. And if they ultimate me, I still keep half my lands anyway, so... And they're about to lose their Hive, too. Hey! Not quite. Not enough mana to field and fire up the thing, right? We have... Oh, there is actually. I'm sorry. It's exactly enough. Better lucky than good. That was probably the only card in our deck that won the game here, because we've already used our March. Yeah, fire it up. Do your thing. And fire it up again. Oh, they got a castle. All right, and they're gonna castle. All right, let's hear it for our opponent. Going out on their own terms. We won the match. All right, I'm gonna call it here. I think I've seen enough. But also playing in the O3 back, it's not particularly intellectually stimulating. Blue-white seems fine. I would not say it seems great. It feels like the kind of deck where, like, if you're really, really good at it, it seems certainly reasonable. Although, like, I think if you're not extremely proficient with it and have a very, very tight list, you're definitely spewing off a little bit. But I think if you're, like, extremely proficient with it and your list is super tight, it seems totally fine. But yeah, that's blue-white. So we'll play more decks. We're playing all of the decks, 1 of each league. We're going to play Angels next, I think. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. Don't play against Lotus Field with this list, that's for sure.